You're right.
Oh yeah, then they'll block the whole damn Hangouts.
Right. Hello, this Hangout on Air is live. Good evening, folks. Tonight we have Jean-Pierre, who just literally clicked on seconds ago. We are doing European beers tonight. I'm in Louisiana. We have Jean-Pierre with Beer Ramble. We have Ronnie S. with Ronnie S. We have William Kepley with William Kepley and James P. Madonna with Progressive Discussions and John and Neil with Georgia Beer Reviews. So we got Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana,
New York,
North Carolina, New Jersey, New York. Now, well,
somebody say Jersey.
I'm sorry, may I help you? What?
That's me.
Oh, Ronnie, you're the closest to Europe. So,
all right.
Can you tell us what beer you have?
Sure. I got Weihenstephaner Hefe Weissbier. I think this is the original. Nothing special about it. 5 point.
The Hefe Weissbier. Yep.
5.4%.
What's the ABV again?
5.4.
Okay, and that is the oldest known brewery.
Right.
They have records going back to 1040.
Yep, that's what it says on the bottle. Since 1040.
Yeah. And,
Bavarian.
Bavarian, right? In the province of Bavaria at that time, and in the Holy Roman Empire at that time.
Right.
Now James P. Madonna with Progressive Discussions. He's going to lead us off with a little bit of hype, and then he's going to tell us what he's got. He's second closest to Europe.
Welcome, all you beer connoisseurs. I have here. Hold on, 7 lucky hotel bells.
My ears.
Chase away the evil spirits. You know what I mean? Got to keep them away. Okay. I have. There's plenty of evil spirits. Well, they like alcoholic beverages, evil spirits. Anyway, I digress. I got Samuel Smith Oatmeal Stout from merry old England. Oatmeal Stout. So I'm gonna have breakfast and a stout all in one.
Oh yeah, I love that dynamite product. Now and it's fermented in open stone vats with the yeast floating up there.
Oh really?
Yeah, you look at their website.
I can't find the alcohol by volume. Again, a mystery.
Really?
Yeah, it'll be on their website. And if you look on Merchant de Vin also. Now, let's see, William Kepley, you're the third closest to Europe. So what do you have tonight?
I brought an old standby, one of the best-selling beers in the world, Heineken.
Nice.
And the Kingdom of the Netherlands, Holland.
And no corn syrup.
No corn syrup.
Oh, it says Cisco doesn't make a beer.
and no Cisco. Okay.
I've got a Cisco as my chaser. It's in the bullpen.
Okay.
And Heineken's been on the market since 1873. Now, it's 5% alcohol, 142 calories, something like that. And, John and Neely, you're the next closest to Europe. So what do you have?
I also have Heineken.
Oh, look at that.
They updated their label, at least on this can. They've got a nice little description on talking about their family name is on the product, and pretty cool. And they list the ingredients, which I don't remember them doing before. It just says water, malted barley, and hop extract.
Yeah, is that a new thing where they're listing the ingredients on the?
Yes,
on the
I think so. Yeah, it's like this big competition now.
Yeah.
And everybody's firing shots at each other. So,
Super fresh too, by the way.
Extract, yeah.
Super fresh too, by the way. Best by date is October 2019.
Very nice.
Mine says best by November 2019. Look,
you always got to do me, Ron.
If you look
in November It's a Heineken International Festival tonight.
Wow,
you
that's
look-
funny, man.
If you look at the top line, it'll tell you when it was canned or bottled. That's the lot number. Look at the top line.
Okay, and then we're going to go to, well, we might go to Jean because Jean has some little internet issue. Let's see. No, the top line is the Best Buy date, November 2019. The
Okay.
bottom line,
You have a
bottom
lot
line
number.
yeah, 8316, the 316th day of 2018, I suppose.
That's right. That's a better indicator than the Best Buy date because they allow a year of on these European imports. So I always look at that lot code number first and then the Best Buy date and sort of figure where it comes in the middle somewhere. But
And I'm going to put it in this Schlitz glass, which is appropriate because finally spring cleaning has ended. Although I'm trying to figure out.
really, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you tonight.
Oh yeah, spring cleaning has ended.
Wow.
All across the board. But I'd like to know what got cleaned. All right.
Maybe they got a little money slipped to them from winning that lawsuit, that settlement. We got websites again. Hallelujah.
And they're just as pathetic as they were before.
Yeah. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
All right, now listen, folks. Listen carefully. The only thing that changed on the Schlitz Empire website is that I noticed that they have some updated beers for Stroh's, like a Stroh's Hefeweizen and a Stroh's IPA and a Stroh's something or another. All right, they've deleted some of their websites, but the world just doesn't care. Now, and Schlitz arrived today. Schlitz arrived back in town today. Cases and cases of it. So I think that has to have some connection to the websites being back online, because for months we have not gotten Schlitz and everybody's asking about it. Here it comes, fresh cans today. I'd like to see those dates on those cans. I might go do some scouting tomorrow.
It was getting old here too, the date. So I'm like, it's a Piggly Wiggly, so I'll have to check in a few days and see if they've got some fresh product in.
Came on that Coors truck today.
Oh, I'll be on the lookout for the Schlitz then.
Now, well,
I don't think I've ever had that Schlitz.
Huh?
I don't think I've ever had Schlitz.
Well, you'd be in for a treat if you could find some on this planet.
That's an import?
No, it's from Milwaukee.
Oh.
Or one of those breweries, wherever it's made. Yeah, it's been on the market since, it sounds German, you know, because it was founded by a German immigrant, but it's been on the market since 1849, but kind of like really 2007. All right, that current recipe,
Okay.
they deleted their old recipe and put in a new updated, more hoppier recipe. But now, Ronnie, you're doing the real old school First Reich Weihenstephaner Hefeweizen. So you can go
Holy
in.
Roman Empire.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Let me see if I can find the date on here. All right, it says 1844-13. I don't know what that really means.
Oh,
It's one of those codes, I guess.
oh, it's a code, all right.
No ideas?
I have to see that bottom number.
What's the top line say?
You see in the black? 8458 is the top.
I believe that's an internal. Some of these have internal codes which can only be read by the distributor. They check their invoice to see how old the beer is. That's astonishing, the fact that the consumer doesn't have all the information. I mean, who would put out a milk carton with a...
You know what? I think I watched a review that Greg's beer reviews did, and I think he looked up how to decipher this, but I don't remember how it was.
That one is pretty oblique.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Greg will throw a fit over dates. Okay, well, anyway, Ronnie is going to pour it and show us what it looks like. And then we're going to go, we'll just give a general look at Heineken since we have all got it.
Well, I poured it already, so this is how.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, look at that orange thing there.
There was a lot more head before, but it went down a bit.
You would imagine.
What beer is that?
At the bottom of that bottle.
Hefe Weiss beer by Weihenstephaner.
Weihenstephaner. And there should be sediment at the bottom of that beer when you get down to it, and you could do a little swish and pour, and it's going to cloud that thing up.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll get back to you. That's a nice appearance. What do you get on appearance, James?
Well, it's just a tad bit lighter than a Guinness, and not as good as Guinness, but it's. I was just reading the back label, and you're right, Mr. J. Ronald Theriot, by your description of how it's made. It's really outstanding stout, I would say.
And it's certified vegan. And it's,
yeah, I mean, look at they go into the fine detail, and it does mention what you said before with the stone. You know, of course they go on and on. But it's, yeah, 1758. Has a strong, a yeasty aroma. Hops are prominent. It's a very impressive story back here, without reading the whole thing. But it says here, Stone Yorkshire Squares, fermented in open top, just like you said. I find it strange that it's imported by a company out of
California, yeah.
Well, it says here Seattle, Washington.
Oh, I knew it was one of those West Coast states.
Yeah, I mean it's from England. I'm surprised that it's out there. It says merchantduvin.com imports it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very very impressive. It says here wonderfully silky and smooth textured ale with complex medium dry palate and bittersweet finish. Brewed with well water. Wow, of course. And any beverage has to start with high quality water. But,
yeah, and they used the same well that they dug all those years ago.
Oh, yeah. It's really pretty damn good. I mean, I still like the porters, and I like Guinness Stout, but this company, I have nothing really negative to say about this product. So,
okay, we're going to get back to the tasting in a minute. Now, Jean-Pierre, what beer do you have?
Sorry about that, folks. My computer all of a sudden just crashed on me, and just one of those things. So I just had to reboot it. So right now I'm on my phone. Tonight I am drinking. Forgive the pronunciation. Peroni. Nastor Ozero, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Yeah, Peroni Nastor Ozero.
This is beer that
Peroni Blue Ribbon, actually.
What is that, Italian?
Yes. This beer now is used to be part of the SAB Miller brand, now part of the Asahi breweries out of Japan. 5.1% ABV. A very good European lager. Folks, I tell you what, you have this with some fried shrimp, and this is a great pairing.
Fried shrimp, huh?
I agree with that.
Yep.
I like Peroni Nastor Zero. It's a shame we can't get all the other Peroni variants, but how that goes. We just get that one product.
I had some coconut battered fried shrimp at the buffet last Friday. I'm just thinking about that now. It's actually quite good.
Right.
Bet it was. Now,
This was
as far as Heineken, we'll all show what we've got. Everybody knows Heineken is that big, golden, bubbly, yellow, fizzy stuff with the white head. Heineken, hey.
Beautiful.
And
have any of y'all tried the Heineken? Have any of y'all the Heineken Zero yet? Tried that?
Is that the non-alcoholic one?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have no desire to try that.
Yeah,
one.
why would you bother?
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I think it's the same price too.
No.
Yeah,
Even the light.
even less of an attraction. I do want to say that I miss Heineken Dark. I do want to say that I wish we could get the Heineken Tarvebok, which is 6.1% alcohol, but we can't.
Heineken Dark.
We used to get Heineken Dark, which was a nice little item, you know.
Is that no longer around?
I haven't seen it, but
Can't
Dave,
find it anywhere.
I haven't seen it, but one of the beer guys that does videos occasionally, he found a big can of it in Taiwan. Oh, no, I'm sorry, South Korea. He said, look at this big can I found. I said, I wish I could find any size can of it. You know, I've never seen it in a can. I've only seen it in bottles around here, but then that disappeared.
I saw the Heineken Dark on a road trip, and the second time I went back, it was gone. So I think it's probably been discontinued. But I should have grabbed it. I had the one chance.
I guess it wasn't selling much.
It was in Pennsylvania where I saw it.
Speaking of cans, that Sapporo Black was awesome last week.
Even the Beck's Dark, you know, the Beck's Dark beer, I can't find that anywhere.
I can find the Backstock. That's around here.
I won't find it. What did James say?
No, that's Sapporo Black. Speaking of cans, that Sapporo Black was outstanding last week.
Oh, yeah, that thing. I love that beer. All right. Well, so now next on the agenda, folks, is that we're not going to discuss it. Wait, somebody's echoing, and I have a feeling I know who it is. And I'm going to solve that problem right now. All right.
So what do we got? 3 Heinekens?
Yeah, next on the agenda, you're going to give us your taste, you know, a quick. We had problems in the past with long, drawn-out encyclopedic descriptions.
That's not me, don't worry.
We didn't really care for that. But we'll do a quick description
All right.
of the beer, because, you know, like, you could just go watch the movie instead of somebody telling you the whole one. But I mean, I'm not saying you would do that, Ronnie, but we going by.
No, I wouldn't do that, so don't worry.
I'm not.
So it smells very good. I like the smell of this beer. I guess it's the wheatness of it.
Yeah.
The Bavarian style. The taste is very smooth. I actually prefer the Weihenstephaner. I think it's the Vitus. It's called. It's like 7 point something. It's
yeah.
I couldn't find that though. I just ran out and grabbed this one at the supermarket. This one it's kind of light compared to that one, but it goes down very nice. It's a nice taste. I like it. Are we giving grades or no?
Yeah, we will at the end. Yeah. Do you pick up any do you pick up anything in the nose, like a bubble gum or a banana or a spice in the nose?
Yeah, I would say banana.
Yeah, that yeast will give it that banana aroma.
It's like a nice smell. I like it.
Huh?
I'm a fan of the Hefe Weiss beers. I think Blue Moon has one too. I like them. You drink like 3 of them though. You can't have too many.
It's like drinking liquid bread.
Yeah, I brought one of those Bavarian wheat beers a long time ago on the show. It was very refreshing. It's a good summer beer, but you know, during hot weather.
And Hefe means with yeast.
Okay.
So it means like a yeasty wheat beer, because you can get the crystal. The crystal is filtered and it's crystal clear, so it doesn't have the yeast all in it. Now, we're gonna let James give us his flavor for a bit, and then we'll come at the very end. We'll do the scores, but James is gonna give us the flavor. Michael Komarov didn't want to join because he said there was some problem getting European beers, and I was thinking about that yesterday, and I was saying to myself,
in New York City,
impossible. I was thinking to myself, why couldn't you get a European beer? That's like saying I couldn't find any lifesavers or
you have Heineken, you have Beck's.
Yeah, you know, European beers is a diamond. You know, they're so easy, they're so common. I couldn't understand it, but I'm not fussing about it, Michael Komarov. I'm just saying I couldn't understand it. It's like Mexican beers; you can find them so easily.
Yeah, that's the easiest theme. Mexican and European are the easiest themes to present to people. I mean, especially in New York and Manhattan.
Yeah.
Right, this is the easiest theme east of the Pecos River. We're all east of the Pecos River. All right, now, what do you think, James P. Madonna, about that oatmeal stout.
It's like being in Tijuana and saying I can't find a good taco. I can't find tacos over enchiladas. Anyway, it is very. Hey, here's for tacos. Very strong, prominent, heavy, yeasty aroma and flavor, but very pleasant. Like a multi-grain Northern European bread, you know, like the real McCoy. It feels like a brick. That's what it's like. It's definitely excellent. I mean, I've had better porters. I think Guinness edges it out, but can I grade this now?
At the end, we'll do it.
Oh, at the end. Okay. No, it's
because Michael watches the playbacks and he'll go back and he'll still put the scores, you know. He laughs at himself. Like I laugh at myself all the time, but he laughs at himself. He said, what am I going to do with all this data one day? Is it going to be like some treasure trove of facts? I'll have to laugh because I did the same thing like with all my football scores. Okay.
It's very brown, very
It'll
dark,
be archived.
brownish. The head is very, like light tan, as you can see. It really is. Last time I had this was in the 1990s, which means I just have a pleasant memory of it. I just don't remember the details.
James, is that heavier than Guinness?
Guinness Stout edges it out just a tad bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the ABV on that, James? What's the ABV on that?
I was just telling Jay, I can't find it. Sometimes these beers don't post it, but he mentioned the website.
It's 5%.
John says 5.
5? Okay.
So
You just looked it up, John?
No, I just remember I've had it before. I actually have a bottle in the other room.
So you might have the lightest one. Oh, actually, Heineken is 5% too.
A lot of the Samuel Smith's standard variants are 5%. I mean, they have an imperial stout that's higher. They have the Tatty porter and a couple other ones, but for the most part, their standard lineup is right at 5%.
Yeah, and John Anilli and Michael Komarov have the dynamic new show Sunday Stout, of course, on Sundays.
Yeah, Stout Sundays is a good one to watch.
Stout Sunday, that's right. And
got a lot of comments. Look, we're going to read the comments, y'all, at the very end because it's a comment. We are getting deluged with comments, which is a good sign.
That's good. Yeah.
Depends what the comments say. Hopefully it's positive.
Well, yeah, there could be some. All right. Well, all right, Jean.
Yeah.
All right. Now, now, Jean, you may as well, since you have that Italiano Prodotto de Repubblica d'Italiana. What do you think about it?
Compare, like I said, the foods you compare with this is about incredible. You can do seafood, you can do pizza with this, you can do even some Mexican food, some spicy, enchiladas, whatever. It's a complimentary beer. Again, it's just one of those Euro lagers that just really sticks out that I like. The flavor, the smell is like, wow, it really takes, a lot, really takes a lot to really grab you and say, hey, I got to have more of this. And 5.1%, it's pretty good. If you look at this, or Stella Artois, or maybe Heineken, or even, what's the other one? Pilsner Urquell. I would say Heineken won and think this is a right close to Heineken with this beer.
Thing I notice about Peroni all the time is that it feels so soft when you drink it. It feels soft in your mouth,
Goes down very easy. It's like nice soft bread you're chewing. Wow, warm, comfortable. That's kind of how I get with it. Not to say it has that smell or that taste to it, but
Now we're going to one of the most popular beers on the planet, one of the biggest. I will destroy Echo. Now, one of the most popular. This is not personal, Jean. This is business. Like Michael Corleone said, which was ironic since it was always personal. He just claimed it was a business. But anyway, right. Now, one of the most popular beers on the planet. Heineken. You know, if you had a penny for every barrel of Heineken sold in a year, you would have so much money you wouldn't know what to do with it. Because Heineken is one of the top selling beers in the world, people. And you know why? And people will say, you know why? Because it's all marketing. It's garbage. Everybody hates Heineken, but the commercials make them buy it and enjoy it. Oh, yeah? Come on, give me a break. I'm drinking it right now. Look.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Yeah, Heineken. How come all the Dutch people I know are extremely tight with the dollar? I noticed that. I don't know.
Hey, don't pick on the Dutch people.
Oh, a gold member. That's right. Boston
Let
College.
me tell you something. The grassy hops, the barley malt. I love this beer. I could drink this in an endless loop all day long, wrap myself up in a sheet and lay on the floor and just drink this and not care. But I don't advise doing that, people, because that's
Yeah.
self-destructive. I'm saying if I went insane, if I went mad like the Emperor Caligula, if I went mad like the Emperor Caligula, I would. Right.
The mad scientist is going crazy.
Little Boots Terrier. No, look, let me say this. I love Heineken. It's not because of the marketing, although their marketing is very good, generally.
It is pretty
It
good.
tastes good. It has a good flavor. It's enjoyable. You know, people do not drink this all day long and think to themselves, wow, this beer is really horrible. It's so nasty. I'm only drinking it because of commercials on TV and magazine ads. Give me a break.
That'd be
people.
Budweiser.
Yeah, that's Budweiser. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I have some things to say about that, but we better avoid that subject. Now, William Kepley, and Jack Kelly, what do y'all say about it?
I think Heineken is one of the quintessential go-to beers on the lager side. It seems like it sits right in the crossroads of below it you have the American adjunct lagers, the light beers, and above it we get into pilsners like the Pilsner Raquel. But this sits right in the middle of the crossroads for people who are like a person that likes a Budweiser, Miller High Life and such, and they want to maybe venture out just a little bit. Heineken is the next step. It's staring you right in the face. But I think this is a really good baseline beer on the lager side to sort of use it as a guideline to compare with a lot of other types of beers. And I enjoy it. You know, it's like I said, it's a go-to beer, a standby. It's an all malt beer. 5% is right in the wheelhouse of a lager. It's crisp, it's clean, it's refreshing. Like I said, it's old dependable for me. One of those beers. You grab it out of the refrigerator, you drink it, and you don't contemplate about it a lot, but you enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's got the grassy hops, the light malt sweetness, a little more of a bitter finish runs through the sip as opposed to your adjunct lagers, American adjunct lagers, which will be the first thing that many will notice when I'll use the word step up to this from what maybe a Miller High Life or something. But for me, it sits right there right in the middle of the road on the lager side of the beers, and I enjoy it. I think I always will.
I think that's a perfect assessment. And I think sometimes William will be at his house and he'll say, "Come to think of it, I'll have a Heineken."
Right.
Remember the old commercials?
Sure.
I'll have a. Statistics. Michael could sell those to AB InBev because a lot of people say that's the reason that they bought Rate Beer. Or the ownership, that they wanted the analytics, the data. They don't care about the ratings. They want that internal data. And so Michael maybe could sell his off, at some point and make a fortune from AB InBev sometime.
Heineken is one of those beers, guys, that it's very iconic. I remember reading JFK. There was a book about all the presidents and, going back from Washington of what they like to consume. And, Kennedy consumed, wine and different things, but also he was probably one of the first presidents to really embrace this quote unquote new beer at the time. That was Heineken in 1962, whatever it was. And to me, it's very hard. It's one of the iconic beers that it doesn't get old. And these are one of the beers that my dad used to drink, this one in Guinness Extra Stout, that really, of course he had Budweiser and whatnot, but Heineken and Guinness were probably the two that he really, enjoyed drinking a lot of. And it's just hard for me now to see Heineken in a can. Like certain beers, you can't see in the can. You only see in the green bottle. I see that, Jay. But but Heineken is one of those iconic beers that it just better in a bottle than it is in a can. So
because
I think you can say that for any beer.
right, because you are a communist. Now,
even the Heineken Light is pretty damn good. I tried that. Yeah,
it is. If I was going to drink a light beer, and I wouldn't be looking to do that, I would drink Heineken Light. Now look, John and Neely's waiting to tell us. And so, what do you think about it, John and Neely?
I mean, you guys described it perfectly. It's a great standby. It's relatively cheap here. We can buy the big cans, the singles, or we could also buy I think they're 18-ounce bottles in the singles here, maybe 22 actually. I don't know. It's good. It's malty. It's got a little bit of a hot bite. It's got a nice herbal, grassy note that you get with a lot of European lagers. It's not my favorite European lager. I like a few others better than this. Grolsch is one that comes to mind that's probably up there for me. But this one is comparable to most of your standard European lagers. It's good. It's got a nice little bite to it, good carbonation, easy drinking, light body. So, yeah, it's a classic.
Are any of you guys familiar with the show Mad Men?
yes,
I've heard of it.
There was an episode where the housewife of the main character, she was hosting like a get together for like a party, and Heineken had just, I guess, started being imported into the country at the time. I guess this was like the early '60s, and she had a theme of Heineken because she wanted to be fancy, and it was considered like fancy to have the import come in. I thought that was funny. It was a pretty funny episode.
Actually, that was the case, and that was not even that long ago. If you go back just 25 years to 1994, if you wanted to show off when you were out drinking with your friends, you'd buy Heineken. And people say, you're crazy. I'm 21 years old. I know a lot about beer. No, really, you don't, because that's what people would do in the early 90s. Or they might buy Miller Genuine Draft. I'm drinking Miller Genuine. Or Lowenbrau, Lowenbrau Dark. It's a different world now, but
Yeah.
in the 80s, a lot of rock bands drank Heineken, and there was a blowback against it, like in the movie Blue Velvet. That was sort of a blue collar.
Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, blue collar reactionary blowback to Heineken in that movie, which helped establish the bona fides for Pabst Blue Ribbon being an anti-hero product, I do believe. Now, so not only do blue collar workers like to drink Pabst Blue Ribbon, but absolute psychopaths.
Well, it's actually kind of like a lot of the millennials like Pabst Blue Ribbon. I think they even have it on draft in a lot of bars now.
I drank it. Oh boy, I drank Pabst Blue Ribbon on draft at a bar, in a very sketchy bar in Denver, Colorado, in 1999. They had huge glasses of it. It wasn't no 16-ounce, and it was $1 a piece. I drank one, and then I drank a second one.
Oh wow!
I slept like a baby on that Greyhound bus. Now,
walk-ons here in Mobile, this restaurant, they have PBR on draft. All I can say is that, folks, draft versus bottle or can, big difference. And when it's on draft, man, awesome.
Yeah, and I could mention that Walk-Ons was established by 2 LSU basketball players, but let's not go into that. All right, now, I also drank Pabst Blue Ribbon on draft at Henry's Bar in New Orleans. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind that. At Carrollton Station. Never mind Carrollton Station. That's on Willow Street, New Orleans. All right, now the most important part of this, which is really not that important, but we like to do it. Ronnie S., what score would you give the Weihenstephaner Hefeweißbier.
All right, let me give it one more sip. One more smell. I would give it a 4.5 out of 5. I like this beer.
A 90. Okay, an A minus. That's pretty good. Hey.
I'm a fan of this brand, actually. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I love Weihenstephaner. Now, James P. Madonna at Progressive Discussions, what would you score the Samuel Smith's Oatmeal Stout?
Okay, I give it A plus a 99
Wow.
Nice.
for what it is. Being
And
that
look how much you have left. I'm so jealous.
Now, that's for porters, or is that just for a beer in general?
no, for stouts. No, it's empty. The bottle's empty, Jay. It's a big, it's
I
pretty
know it. I'm looking at that big glass, and I'm thinking I would love to be drinking
Yeah,
it.
I mean, for collectively porters and stouts. No, you don't want stouts because porters.
Lighter, yeah, lighter body, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's I guess porters.
Stout is a porter.
More. This is
That's what I thought.
Stout is roasted barley, right? Porters are malted barley.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but I know a stout is a more robust, heavy body porter. It's a stout porter.
Now, James, what grade would you give it just on
Yeah, what
beer, a
number?
beer in general?
Oh, you said 99. Never mind.
Well, a beer. I like stouts and porters better than lagers, except for that Sapporo Black, which was considered a bold lager, according to them. That was the best lager I ever had. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's not something you can guzzle daily. But
Unless you're trying to gain weight.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a product where one or two per day, depending on the quality of your company, is enough. Whereas the lagers, I don't like anything less than a strong lager or IPA. But yeah, well, as far as stouts go, 99.
Yeah, and if you were nursing a baby and drinking that every day, you probably have like the smartest child in kindergarten in your town, huh?
Yeah, I think the obstetricians in Ireland actually prescribe Guinness to pregnant mothers. That's what I.
Is that a
Yeah,
fact?
nursing mothers. I've got the advertisements. I can show you. I got the ads.
Really? They never do that here, huh?
No, because we got all these Puritan people in the Northeast that like to dictate how everybody should live their lives.
Look how ridiculous the old prohibition law was. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
it's like
It was totally ridiculous.
I was reading an article about modern Puritanism, neo-Puritanism. All right. Well, anyway, going on. So we got an A minus. We have an A plus. Now, Jean-Pierre, how would you score the Peroni Nastro Azzurro, the Peroni Blue Ribbon?
As I said, it's a perfect beer that you can pair with anything. Goes good with anything. Spicy, hot, with a lot of spice, a lot of flavor. It is a good Euro lager. I'm giving this an A. And I think when I reviewed it a year and a half ago, I think I gave it about the same score. I made about an A minus around that time. So I got to look back at that video when I did it. It was like 2017 or whatever it was. But yeah, this is a really good Euro lager, an A for me. It just goes good with anything. I could bring this to a dinner party or bring this out, to a cookout if it's sold in a 12-pack,
Yeah, and it is sold in a 12-pack. And Jean-Pierre, I have some Hogshead cheese from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You think this would pair well with Hogshead cheese on crackers?
I think so.
I haven't had that in a while. I got to go to
A lot of hot
Get
sauce.
fresh.
A lot of hot
made.
sauce, Jay. It's
And
just a lot of hot
John-
sauce on those
John Pierre.
crackers with some very strong cheese,
I see this beer sold a lot in like pizzerias So would you say it goes well with, let's say, like some Italian food?
Italian food, stromboli, pizza, anything, a chicken farm if you want to go with that,
I can't drink beer with Italian fries. It's just too heavy.
A big pepperoni and mozzarella stromboli, a baked one, a big one, loaded. They better stuff it good too.
Yes. Now.
All right, now Heineken. How do we score Heineken on a 0 to 100 scale? Feel free to talk. Just
William, what about you?
For style, I think it's executed almost perfectly for a pale Euro lager. So I would give it an A 93. For beers overall, on my Taco Bell sauce scale, this would slot in between the hot and the fire, about a 3.5, and above the Diablo that's the bee's knees. So I'd put in about a 3.5 based on a beer advocate rating system, where 40% of it is the taste and the lesser for the appearance, aromas, and blah blah blah. But I like it, and but for the style, it slots in there. I've drank the Stella Artois, I've drank some of the other pale Euro lagers, and a Heineken slots right in there. Interestingly, the Stella Artois does use an adjunct.
corn,
Flake
maize, yeah.
Flake maize, and but this is all malt. And another interesting thing about it is with beers, if you sans food, where you're just drinking it by itself, there's a nice little lingering hop bite to this. It does linger after a little bit of a grassy, herbal, a little bit of a bitterness that you notice when you just drink these beers in isolation. So that's a nice little balancing act to it also.
Yes, I agree 100% with what you're saying there on that lingering grassy hop note. What do you think, John Neely?
I agree with William. I was going to go with a 93 as well. It's in the A range for sure. It's comparable to a lot of other Euro lagers. It's not my favorite, but it's still excellent, and it's a good standby. I mean, a nice sessionable, easy drinking lager.
Yeah, and I'm going to give it a 94. I'm going to say 94 out of 100. It's most excellent. There's no way. It's impossible. I could drink this every day of my life. I would never get tired of Heineken. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't work for Heineken. I do not get any under-the-counter payments from Heineken, although I will accept it. But but I don't. I just love it. I just love Heineken.
Hey, Ron, how would you compare Heineken to a Beck's? Because I find them very similar.
Oh, well, they're probably very comparable. That's another beer I just can't get tired of. Beck's.
Isn't Beck's owned by AB InBev? Do they have some ownership in that?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Oh, so they're owned by the same company, both beers.
No, Heineken's owned by Heineken.
Oh, okay.
Hey Jay, do you like St. Pauli?
What?
You like St. Pauli Girl and Warsteiner? You like those?
I prefer St. Pauli Girl. St. Pauli Girl is another Anheuser-Busch InBev. It was started by Beck's as an American export product, and I miss Beck's Dark. Heck. I saw some I miss, what am I talking about? I miss St. Pauli Girl Dark. They used to make a St. Pauli Girl Dark, but that's no longer produced. But we still get St. Pauli Girl. I saw a 12-pack arrive, some 12-packs arriving just today. Yeah.
Also, the St. Pauli Girl non-alcoholic, that's also popular too.
Yeah.
I can get Beck's Dark around here.
Warsteiner is very similar.
Get Beck's Dark in some isolated little areas, but the St. Pauli Girl Dark is actually discode.
That's funny because it's kind of common. I've seen it in a lot of places around here.
Beck's Dark? Yeah, New York is different than Louisiana. Let's see. Now we have to go to comments. So if people are on this hangout and they say, ain't no way I can listen to all these comments, and you quit, I wouldn't be angry. But I want you to stay and listen, of course.
I have a question for one of the commenters. They say they like Budweiser IPA. I've never heard of Budweiser IPA.
Neither have I.
That's
Besides
Gabriel. He's talking about the Goose Island IPA. That's his humor.
Demo.
No, he put
Gabriel
Budweiser
Lehman-
IPA as a
Gabriel
good.
I know.
Lehman-
Yeah, we were talking about that the other night, and it's owned by Goose Island's owned by InBev, so he's
Okay.
talking about Goose Island. He's
Okay.
trying to be funny.
All right, now be patient, people, because we got to look at these comments. But I'm pretty good at going quick. JTLBZ says cheers from Ohio. Bart Robinson says looking forward to it. John Rathjen says cheers from Northern California, sipping on Belgian Beaver Mosaic Double IPA. Yummy, but he puts it in quotes. Yummy, so that doesn't mean it's not yummy. All right,
San Diego, California, Belching Beaver Brewery.
right. CS says European lager, my favorite style. I know I'm in the minority on that. Hey, you're not in the
No,
minority.
you're not in the minority.
Alan's Beer, Sports and More. Hey, Alan, he says, cheers, clinking glasses. And then Colin Trout says, oatmeal stout is a great winter or fall drink. JTLBZ says, wow, he's still on the Cisco. You must be a true professional. Laugh out loud. Bart Robinson says, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the Heineken from a 16-ounce long neck aluminum bottle for the first time. Greg Sorfley said, I grew up on Euro lagers. Bart Robinson says, Carlsberg on draft last night was excellent. Oh, I'd love to have that on draft. And I need to go get some more elephant, baby. Jack Cottrell says, Grolsch here in Western Michigan. Oh, I love me some Grolsch. Colin Trout says, do they still sell the Heineken mini party keg? You know, I haven't seen that in a long while.
The drugstores, I remember, used to sell them, Rite Aid, and they were very popular. But and also the Coors Light, those mini kegs. But for whatever the reason, they just,
I
There's
think
no
they're
thank you.
gone.
I got a huge slab of lasagna waiting for me after this.
Okay, we don't have too much. Alan says, is Ronnie at work? I see a cubicle. I was wondering that myself.
Yep,
Greg
I am.
says, huh?
I am.
He's at work. Okay, see. Alan, Greg says, here you can get Heineken mini keg and Bitburger. Okay. Blake Alfred says, how is everyone this evening? We're tired. We've had, a full day, but we're soldiering on, drinking on,
We're
talking
professionals.
on, rating on, blah, blah, blah on. All right.
Drinking on.
Yeah, Bart Ross is the same here, Greg. Alan says, I thought Schlitz was a malt liquor. Well, there is a Schlitz malt liquor, but it's different. Colin said, never had a Schlitz. Chris Yezel says, I don't know much about this topic, but I'm curious to learn. I know my role about music, but speak up one and all. Well, let me say this to you, Chris. If you want to try European lagers, my best advice would be just go out and try them all. Because that's what I did. And you could just make a little database on your own if you'd like and score them. And then you can go revisit them, do a circle back around and try them a second time. I think that's the best way. Bart Robinson says Schlitz is my go-to favorite along with Ballantine. Ale, luckily I get it in Delaware. You're lucky because we sure can't get Ballantine. Victor Wang says, cheers, fine lads. Alan says, those are pretty good. And then RK said, this dude is slammed. I don't know what dude you're talking about, but we'll just ignore that. Bart Robinson says, yes, there's Schlitz malt liquor, Blue Bull, Red Bull, and Bull Ice, and Gold Bull. Hard to find, though. Tell me about it. Alan says, is Ballantine local to Delaware? Well, it's actually a beer that originated in New Jersey, in Newark, New Jersey.
Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah, but it's made by Pabst now. Yeah. Michael Komarov says, hello, gents. I'll try to be back next week. I'm glad to hear that, Michael. Hello to you. Bart says, Ballantine is limited distribution. I get it in Pennsylvania and here in Jersey, not Delaware. My mistake. Oh, that's okay. Bart says, I do have to travel to Delaware to get Schlitz. It's not far at all, though. Victor Wang says, Peroni is good. I agree. Moretti beer is okay from the same brewery. Wait a minute. Moretti from the same brewery. I like Birra Moretti. Alan says, gotcha, never had seen it. I love the Birra Moretti or La Rosa people. Blake says, chill with the bell, dog. Victor Wang says, the legend William Kepley is in the building. Bart Robinson says, yes, it's good to see William. And then Captain Bailey says, cheers, guys. Cheers to you, Cap. Chris Yezel says, glad to see Jean H. I enjoy his reviews. Me too. I watch him just about every morning of my life. Bart Robinson says, greetings from Salem County, Captain. And Captain says clanking mugs. And then Victor says, that's weird. No Euro beers in New York. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Doo-wop
right.
Doo-wop Thunderclap says, this is awesome, Ronnie. Craft Beer Pours says, damn, it's a party. Clink, clink. It is.
Craft Beer Pours is in there?
You should be in the party. Cap says, that's a good beer. I love Samuel Smith's stuff. And then Real 93 says, at Victor Wang, there's Euro beers all over New York. Thank you.
That's right.
Johnny Neely says, hello, everyone. Alan says, cheers, John. Cheers, Craft Beer Pours. Cheers, Alan. Gabe retracted a message, which might have been a good idea. Okay. Johnny Neely says, Brandon, Bart, Michael, wow, the chat is jumping tonight. Gabe says, hi. Ronnie says, cheers, Alan. Alan says, look like you're at work, fella. Cheers to you. Ronnie says, I just finished up. Alan say, gotcha. Jeremy Vincent says, hi, guys. Jeremy's in Arkansas. Gotcha. Hi, guys. Cheers. Long day. I know that feeling. All these beers pair good with rock and roll tunes. Let's hear the roll call, y'all. Hey, just look on the Rock and Roll Club on Facebook. Look at Rock and Roll Club. I posted David Bowie today. Did I not? Okay.
What's that, Ron? What do you have, another rock and roll channel?
On Facebook, it's called Rock and Roll Club.
Oh.
Yeah. And everybody's welcome to join. I posted David Bowie today. I posted I'm posting the Grateful Dead tomorrow.
Can I post Starbuck?
I don't know what Starbucks is.
Midnight feels right.
Yes.
I know it. I remember it well. One hit wonder, Starbuck. Right there.
Yeah, you could do it. I thought it was a coffee company, but go ahead.
Skyrocketing Flight, Afternoon Delight. Is that it? No, that's another one.
The Starbuck, it's one song that features the Vibes as a solo.
I had posted it. I had posted on the Rock and Roll Club, and I thought people might got a kick out of it.
Yeah.
I started laughing, but unfortunately, I guess everybody kind of like, what is this? You know?
Oh, it just went over their head. You don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good song.
Yeah, they're the one-hit wonders. Yeah, so.
Yeah, just don't feel like you need to post a lot of blues music. I'd be delighted if you did not post a lot of blues music from obscure people I never heard of. All right.
Muddy Waters movie.
I've heard of him. All right, but anyway, I better watch what I say. All right, now, all these beers pair good with rock and roll. Oh, no, I'm sorry. All right. You got to drink J Budweiser European Edition, says Gabe. I don't know what you're talking about, Gabe. Hey, Gabe. All right, Ronnie says, hey, Gabe. Hey there, Ron. Outstanding Cruise from Georgia says, could someone please clear this up for me? That ever been to a brewery? I always known that Heineken uses actual hip pellets. Oh, he means hop pellets. And the was fun to use hop extract. Well, the can says hop extract, so there's your answer. Hop extract. Gabe says Stella Artois bottles are good, but in cans not so much. I thought it tastes the same myself. Sanctus 7 says, good to see my favorites are Leffa and Fuller's. Oh. Victor Wayne says, I agree, Gabe. Gabe says, I still want to try Stella Artois and draft. I would too.
Hey, Jay, we did Stella Artois on draft. Remember in Mobile, remember?
Oh, right, at that nice bar.
Yeah, Lola Beer Garden, you and I, and we did Stella Artois on draft, and we thought it was really good.
Yeah, I've had Stella
folks. I even have a video posted about that. Okay, well, shows you where my memory is.
To me, it tastes the same, actually, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit better on draft, I guess, because it's not pasteurized. Hey, guys, sorry, I'm late to the show. Scott from French Hose Beer Reviews. Good. Hey, Scott. And English ale is the best, says my God, I can't believe they have this many comments. Okay, Budweiser IPA. Okay, there's one that Sanctus said that. Okay, Leffa Blonde Ale, Fuller's London Porter. Very impressed, smooth. What's up, Ron? Says Alex. What's up, Alex? Need to review the. Okay, Ronnie. Okay, goes on and on and on until the break of dawn. Ever tried the Red Hen Nitro cans? I never heard of Red Hen, but Okay. Well, we had some great comments, great viewers.
You never heard of Red Hen?
Red Hen?
Me either.
No. The party source says, hey, Ron, there's the party source. What is the Red Hen?
No, I never heard of it either.
Okay. But I've heard of other red things. Now, anyway, now it's time to say goodbye. So we'll be on next week with Wild Card Wednesday. Do you know what Wild Card Wednesday is? Does anybody want to tell the world what Wild Card Wednesday is all about?
Can John and Neely tell us?
Yeah, Wild Card Wednesday. We're drinking whatever we want on Wednesday night at 7:30. Be there.
4:30 Pacific. Yeah.
And I guess
Whatever
yeah,
you want to drink, whatever beer you want to drink, or whatever.
warm malt beverage.
They-
William Pepper likes to bring
item.
some interesting products.
That's right. And I saw Thunderbird today, but I didn't buy it. Oh, sorry, yesterday morning. I
Liberty.
said, should I, would I? And I couldn't do it. I couldn't make it.
Thunderbird malt liquor. They still make that stuff.
Oh,
The hell is
Thunderbird.
that?
No, Thunderbird citrus wine. It's a wine. It's a wine.
Oh, there was a malt liquor, wasn't there, called Thunderbird or Thunder something?
Oh, you're thinking of Silver Thunder.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking of.
Is
All
that
right,
still
now-
made? Is that still made, Silver Thunder?
I
No,
don't think.
nope. All right. Well, we've
What about
done.
private stock? Is private stock still made?
I have a Dawn Busters. I have a Dawn Busters very early tomorrow with two Canadian products. Almost said atrocities. I don't know why that word came up. Any last words from anyone? Then we're going to have a closeout. We have like a, at the end of the fireworks show, they have the grand finale, the spectacular. We're about to have a spectacular. So any final words?
Euro lagers are really good.
Yeah, I'll
agree.
concur. Yep.
You concur? Yes, I concur. Do you concur?
Any yays or any nays?
Here's your chance, people. Here's your chance.
The eyes have it.
Nays,
We
no
like
nays.
European beer. We like European beers. But I beg you never to try Super Brew 15 from Bucharest, Romania.
What's the ABV on that one, Jay?
15%.
Okay, that's not bad.
Well,
In a
I-
huge bottle.
it's too high ABV for me. But
I beg you
15,
not to try
that's
that.
pretty
I
high.
beg you not to try that. All right, James P. Madonna is going to give us the most excellent closeout.
All right, you ready for a trifecta?
I am.
Well,
All right, Ron, don't be too much in shock. All
I'm
right,
never shocked. Unless I watch the Saints and Rams in the NFC Championship.
yeah, they got screwed.
Yeah, agree.
African djembe drum, ready? And finally, the bosun's whistle. Arr!
Well,
all
a little bit
right.
of the Who, a little bit of Santana there, and a little bit of whistle might be Allentown Billy Joel.
You know,
All right.
the
So
juice
that's
bar
three
might sound
musical
great.
references.
The juice bar might sound great with Jeremy's harmonica. It's,
The Who, Santana, and Billy Joel. Okay.
All right. If
I was
the harmonica
thinking-
chipped in, you could have a little bit of Ozark Mountain Daredevils. So
Oh, yeah, Jeremy's harmonica. All right.
I
Well,
was thinking ELO, but that's just me.
yeah, face the music. All right, let's face the end of this show. Thanks, folks, for watching this video production.
Good